headline number is whoppingly big. Oh my goodness, up 0.9%.
The latest PPI numbers just shocked the market. It came in at 0.9% versus the 0.2% as expected. That's over 4 times hotter than expected, and Bitcoin instantly dropped from $124,000 down to $117,000. So with that data being dropped, obviously inflation pressure is starting to heat up, but here's why I'm not worried. I still believe we're going to have the rate cuts in September before the true alt season begins in the middle to late October. So a quick refresher for anyone who doesn't understand what the PPI means. PPI measures the inflation at the producer level. So today's print basically showing that the costs are rising way faster than expected. That spooked the market because higher producer prices can feed directly into a hotter CPI next month. And the CPI is a number the Fed actually react to when deciding rates. Even so, the market's still pricing in a 92% chance of a September rate cut, and I fully agree with that. Even if a CPI comes in slightly warmer, I think it just creates an overreaction before we move any higher. So moving on to Bitcoin dominance, it's dropped from the highs around 66%. Now we're sitting right under the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, around the 60% area. This is a major area to watch. If Bitcoin dominance breaks lower from here, that's the green light for Ethereum and alts to really start gaining some serious ground. But more importantly, we have the Ethereum dominance. That's ripped from the lows near 7% and is up over 14%. There's a clear path forward to that 20% zone, and historically that's when alts start running hard. It only happens once Ethereum itself breaks into new all-time highs. Ether's already smashed through key resistances such as the March high at $4,089, the December high at $4,022, and right now we're sitting around $4,500 with the November 2021 high of $4,877 sat right above us. And once Ethereum breaks that, that's usually when the altcoins start going crazy. If we zoom out and look at Bitcoin's monthly returns, there's a really clear seasonal pattern. Almost every cycle we get a green July and August, and then a red September. I don't see why this year is going to be any different, especially after what I've just said about the CPI potentially spooking the market next month. But here's the good part. In October 2021, October 2017, and in October 2013, we saw huge gains that kicked off the full-blown alt season. Right now, we're definitely not an alt season. We've been in Bitcoin season since 2021. Bitcoin dominance has been climbing the entire way up. Now, we're in the Ethereum season. You can see it, just how much the alt market has dropped against Ethereum since April. And honestly, once Ethereum takes out that all-time high, that's when I believe there'll probably be a bounce from the alts finally to wake up and we get that move higher. Total Free, which is the chart that tracks all of alts excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, is sitting just over $1 trillion. It hasn't broken out yet, but when Ethereum dominance keeps pushing higher and Ethereum clears that all-time high, I expect Total Free to surge. So let's talk about where I've put my own personal money this week. First pick was Anyone. I picked it up at 63 cents with a 10k position, and it's already up over 20%. I actually posted this on my X, so let me read it for you. We've seen what ETH can do. Now it's time for on-chain assets to run. On stream, I grabbed $10,000 worth of Anyone at 63 cents. The market cap, just 65 million. My target is billions this cycle. Anyone just dropped from 90 cents down to 60 cents support, and it's already bouncing. Not financial advice, but I'm in with 10k on this dip. I share all of my buys on my X or on my free Discord. If you're not in there already, you're missing out on real-time entries. Just last week, I posted that I was buying Parallel AI at 10 cents, and we've already watched that run to 25 cents this week. Now, aside from Anyone, I've also been adding a couple of other plays this week. I've added Nakamoto Games. I picked some more up around 40 cents, and it's currently sitting around the 40 million market cap. I've also added Etzborg from around 5 cents in April to around 11 cents now. The all-time high is sitting around 55 cents, and that's a clean 4x just to get back there. So my plan is simple. Watch CPI next month, watch Ethereum break 4,800, and watch Ethereum dominance push towards that 20% target. If those things line up, the market is going to move fast, so stay ready, because when this flips, you won't have time to chase.